The Sigma male is the man who doesn't fit the traditional mold. He's a silent leader, he doesn't compete for power, and he doesn't need to put others down in order to feel like a man. He's confident in his own skin and doesn't need the validation of others. But what separates a Sigma male from an alpha male or a beta male? What is it that makes him so successful and attractive? The answer is simple: his high-value code. The Sigma man has a set of unwavering principles that he lives by. These principles make him attractive to women, successful in business, and respected by his peers. Let's see 10 principles that every Sigma male follows. 1. He lives by his own rules. The Sigma male doesn't live by the rules of society. He lives by his own rules, and he doesn't care what other people think of him. He knows that the only way to be true to himself is by living according to his own values and principles. He doesn't try to please others or conform to someone else's standards. He is an individual who chooses to be happy and fulfilled by living his life on his own terms. We live in a world where most people try to fit in and be like everyone else. They are afraid to stand out and be different. Having this mindset is the surest way to blend in and go unnoticed. This herd mentality is the death of individuality. 2. He is non-judgmental. The Sigma man doesn't judge others, and he doesn't expect them to conform to his standards. He accepts people for who they are, and he doesn't try to change them. Everyone has different values and standards, and it's not up to Sigma male to judge them. He knows that we all have different journeys, and he respects everyone's right to live their life as they see fit. Many people are judgmental, and they are quick to criticize others. They think their way is the only way, and they are not open to different points of view. When we criticize others, we're only showing our own insecurity and lack of self-acceptance. Our minds are like prisons, and judgment keeps us trapped in them. Every time we judge someone, we're only keeping ourselves from growing and expanding. 3. He takes action and doesn't wait for things to happen. He understands that the only way to achieve his goals is by taking action. He doesn't wait for things to happen, he makes them happen. Most people are passive. They wait for opportunities to come their way, they wait for someone to give them permission, and they wait for the right time. If the Sigma male wants something, he goes out and gets it. He's taking calculated risks, and he's not afraid of failing. He knows that the only way to achieve his goals is by taking action and putting himself out there. 4. He doesn't compare himself to others. The Sigma male doesn't compare himself to others, and he doesn't feel the need to compete with them. He knows that comparison is the thief of joy, and he chooses to focus on his own journey. He measures his success by his own standards, and he doesn't compare himself to others. You can't compare your very first step to someone else's 1000th step. Many people are constantly comparing themselves to others, and this is a recipe for unhappiness. When you're constantly competing and comparing yourself to others, you're never going to be happy with what you have. The only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. This is the only way to improve and grow. 5. He leads by example. The Sigma man doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk. He leads by example, and he doesn't expect others to follow him blindly. The only way to lead is by setting the example and living life with integrity. He doesn't try to control or manipulate others, he simply leads by example. Many people try to lead by force or coercion, but this isn't effective in the long run. People will only follow you if they respect and trust you. The Sigma male knows this, and he leads with integrity and authenticity. 6. He takes full responsibility for his life. He doesn't make excuses for his failures. He is the only one responsible for his life, and he doesn't blame others for his mistakes. Instead of making excuses, he takes full responsibility for his life and accepts the consequences of his actions. If he wants to achieve something, he must be willing to put in the work and take responsibility for the results. Many people dream of success, but they are not willing to put in the hard work required to achieve it. They want the rewards without putting in the effort. The only way to achieve something is by taking responsibility for it. 7. He is authentic and genuine. The Sigma male doesn't try to be someone he's not, and he doesn't put on an act. He accepts himself for who he is, and he loves himself unconditionally. Because he loves and accepts himself, he doesn't feel the need to prove anything to anyone. He knows that he is enough, and he doesn't try to impress others. Many people are inauthentic because they want others to like and accept them. They are afraid of being rejected, so they put on a false persona. But the Sigma man doesn't care what others think of him, and he is comfortable in his own skin. This doesn't mean that he is arrogant or egotistical, he just knows who he is, and he is confident in his own abilities. 8. He is independent and self-reliant. He doesn't rely on anyone else to take care of him, and he can take care of himself. He is responsible for his own happiness, and he doesn't expect others to make him happy. The Sigma male is self-sufficient, and he doesn't need anyone else to survive. Many people are dependent on others, and they are not willing to take responsibility for their own lives. They expect others to take care of them, and they are not willing to put in the effort required to be independent. The Sigma male is different, he knows that he has to take care of himself if he wants to be happy. 9. He is laser-focused and knows what he wants. Sigma males are very clear about what they want in life. They don't waste their time on things that don't interest them or don't align with their goals. Their focus is like a laser beam, and they won't let anything get in the way of achieving their objectives. We live in a world full of distractions and noise. Every day, we are bombarded with messages and images that try to persuade us to do things that don't matter. Our attention is constantly being pulled in different directions. The Sigma male knows how to tune all of that out and stay focused on what's important. He doesn't get sidetracked by trivial things, and he knows that the only way to achieve his goals is by staying laser-focused. This doesn't mean that Sigma men don't get distracted. Even if it happens, they know how to quickly get back on track. 10. He is always learning and growing. The Sigma male is a lifelong learner, and he is always growing and expanding his horizons. The only way to improve is to keep learning, and he is always open to new ideas. He reads books, listens to podcasts, and takes courses on subjects that interest him. He is constantly learning, and he doesn't stop growing no matter how old he gets. Many people stop learning once they finish school, but Sigma man knows that learning is a lifelong process. There is a saying that the day you stop learning is the day you start dying. Not only does he never stop learning, but he also shares his knowledge with others. He loves having deep conversations with others, and he is always open to new points of view.